Question 9. I've got an experiment which an acid was reacted with an alkali. I'm starting off with the alkali. So I've got the alkali in a beaker or a conical flask, and I'm slowly adding the acid, and the pH is coming down. Suggest a formula for an acid and alkali that could be used to produce the curve shown in figure 2. Well, my alkali to start off with is pH 11. It's not pH 13 or 14, so it's not a strong alkali, it's a weak alkali, but eventually the pH is coming right down to pH 1, which is a strong acid. So I've got a weak alkali and I've got a strong acid. Another piece of evidence is that my pH is coming down slowly here, so that's a weak alkali, and then when it hits the end point or the equivalence point here, then when equal numbers of moles of my sodium, of my alkali and my acid react, so I've got equal numbers of moles here, I'm getting a sharp change in pH here, and then it's coming down rapidly. It's not coming down slowly from that point there, it's coming down quite rapidly. So that's another piece of evidence to show that it's a strong acid. So I've got a strong acid and a weak alkali, something like HCl, hydrochloric acid, and ammonia, NH3. Suggest briefly a practical procedure that a student could use to obtain data from which the curve 2 could be plotted. Well, I'm going to get my alkali, maybe something like 25 centimeters cubed in a pipette, and put that into a beaker or a conical flask, and then I'm probably going to add 1 centimeter cube portions or something similar, small amounts from a burette. I'm going to add my acid to it, and I'm going to measure the pH as I go along by using something like a pH meter. Suggest how the practical procedure could be refined by the student to identify a most suitable indicator. I've got 3 different indicators. I'm going to repeat the experiment with each indicator and select the indicator that changes colour rapidly during the equivalence point. My equivalence point or my end point is around about pH 7 down to about pH 4. That's when the line is at its sharpest.